Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore, founder of foodtrucktraining.group. All this week, I am interviewing the owners of a brand new food truck that started in May of this year. They're located outside of Ottawa, Canada. And to say they are killing it is an absolute understatement.
Yeah, and I come from a 25-year culinary background with Moxie's Grill and Bar. And, it's a franchise. It's a big franchise. So we have tons and tons of, procedures and systems, health and sanitations. We have Stereotech audits, which is an outside auditor coming to check our, with our sanitizers, our cleaner, everything, right down to if you're cleaning your fridge, right? So we have really good practices. And I've been with that company for 25 years. My oldest son, Corey, who you've seen him in one of the videos, he was the one actually smashing the burgers that day on the YouTube video. He worked there for a good 5 years. So we pick up a lot of good practices with stuff like that. And we know what it takes to create a clean, healthy, sanitized environment with the food. It's very important to us.
Good, because that's one of the main things they teach in the restaurants is quality service and cleanliness. You guys definitely have the cleanliness down. The quality is there. You can see it on every picture that you all post. And if you have your guests posting random pictures too, that just validates even more the pictures you guys post. So tell me about the YouTube video. I love the story you were talking about earlier. So take me all the way through that.
Well, I'm on Instagram all the time with my social media, and I saw Brian Ang doing his thing, and I watched what he was doing, and he was very animated, and he always had his little buddy Sammy with him, and I thought, that's one more media that we haven't quite tapped yet, so let's see what happens with this. So he did a little short first to show us what he was going to do, and if you look on it on YouTube, it was almost at 600 views the other day. His other ones are at 18, 17, 23. So it just blew up like crazy. But I invited him to come because I really enjoyed what I saw. He just looked like a lot of fun. He's a break dancer. So there was all kinds of energy from his page anyhow. So I was like, let's see what we can do with this media. And he was on board. So away he came, and he spent the day with us and walked onto the truck and checked everything out and asked us all kinds of questions. And then we waited about 3 weeks for that video. It was nerve-wracking because we wanted to see it so bad, and we were so happy with what we saw. He did such a good job.
What was his YouTube channel again so people can look him up?
Oh, it's Brian Ang, so E-N-G, doing his T-H-E-N-G. That makes sense. So Brian Ang doing his thing. And he goes around and he does all the restaurants in Ottawa. That's our national capital, right? In Canada or in Canada. So to be best burger in Ottawa meant a big, huge thing to us. And we were hoping to have our trophy by then, but I don't think we'd had it yet when he had done his YouTube.
So that's pretty impressive that as a typical view count for him, he was you said in the 20s, maybe?
Yeah, he had a few that were up in a couple hundreds.
Right.
Yeah, he had a few good ones. Yeah. Every once in a while it would spike. We're definitely one of those. Yeah. We definitely, our views multiplied faster.
We're at 300 views in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. People really love it. They just find it. All the colors around the truck with the red umbrellas, the blue skies. The truck is orange. Like it's very colorful. It's and then I have chalk outside for the kids. I also have bubbles for them. So the wait time for our truck is the longest will be about 11 minutes, maybe 12. So by the time they get their bubbles and their chalk, we have a community chalkboard in front of our truck, and everybody just joins in. They write their names, they draw pictures. Kids blow bubbles, and then they get their bag within the 10 minutes, and then they're out of there. Yeah. So we never have a massive group of people, and if we do, we get rid of them all at the same time because they can do, as you saw there, 10 burgers in 6 minutes. So it's a neat system.
That is neat. That's
the kids love it. Yeah, the kids love being there. We treat the kids and the puppies, and it's very kid and family friendly. So it's a good place for them to walk their dogs and come for a burger.
Now, there's two keys right there that I hope everybody that's listening pays attention. The kids will drive a lot of dining choices when they're going to go out to eat. The parents will just say, where would you like to go? And the kids drive that. And you're bringing the kids to you, and they're going to enjoy coming there because of the things you're doing for them, the chalk and the bubbles and that kind of thing.
They love the bubbles. I get them from the dollar store. I get
Right.
packages of, I might have 100 of them. We have an incredible front of the house girl, Hannah. She's also one of the cooks, but she is as adorable as they come. And the kids just eat her up. Oh, would you like some bubbles? Yes. So the kids come back and they say, do you still have bubbles? And the answer is yes, we have bubbles. Here you go. And exactly. And sometimes the parents will be, oh, don't be like that. I'm like, that's what we want. We want the kids to come here and we want them to have these bubbles, a fun place to be for a few minutes. Kids come after their dance lessons now. They come after their karate lessons. So they show up in their little gis, make a big deal over it. Yeah.
Soccer.
Soccer. So we make a big deal out of their uniforms and they just glow when they're here. So yeah, we definitely love the community.
You guys are just doing awesome. I think it's amazing. Tell me what took you from working in a restaurant to wanting to run your own food truck, because that's a little bit of a change for people.
Oh, that's a good question. It was the whole COVID thing. The starts and stops in our industry were ridiculous. Staff retention was really hard. So when we were starting back up, we were with skeleton crews, and we build our buildings big, and we have big staffs at Moxie's to execute them. And when we went down to 7, 8 people to handle 40 grand worth of food sales, it really started to it would just wear on me.
Right.
And my health deteriorated a bit. I started having problems with my back and stuff like that, and my anxiety was going up. So I just thought, man, I don't need this headache, this start and stops all the time. So I wanted to take a break, and during that break, we figured out what we were going to do, and we landed this food truck, custom built it. It was in February, late February, opened it in June. It's to me, it's a COVID solution food service. I don't have seating. I know I can only operate 6-7 months of the year, but I don't have to worry about it. I could just go to work and operate. I don't have to worry about the stops and starts. We just go, and that's what we did.
It's such a great story. Tell me about your typical work day, because you said you're working so many hours in service. Let's start from the very beginning. What's a typical day like?
Typical day, up around 6:37. By 7:38. Loading the car for stock to the truck. My oldest son, Corey, who through, doing this whole truck too, now has full-time work. He's my prep cook first thing in the morning on most days. He's there. I give him all the stock. I take off for a few hours. We come back at 11, do lunch, leave around 1:30, take another break, come back at 3, do dinner, either close it up some nights, or some nights we have staff to close it up. Staffing's always an issue, but that's a different story.
Yeah, it is.
And in between, man, there's orders coming, going, everything. So it's, that's kind of a basic day from, 7 in the morning till 8:30 at night. We get a few breaks in between, and, we're not going all the time, but, you're always on. So
I mean, that sounds like a workable, not necessarily a hard-working day, but a day that you could actually enjoy working and still have those couple little breaks to give yourself that relief.
100%. Most days it's like that, but we created kind of a monster here, and some days we're doing up to $3,000 worth of sales. So that's your breaks are shorter. Sometimes you don't get them. You go straight through. You're chipping 250 pounds of fries in the morning to get ready for 11:30, balling, 50, 60 pounds of meat. And we have a crew of 6 people. That's it.
You have a crew of 6 people. Are they working all the time, or is that a crew of 6?
I've got everybody. Well, throughout the summer, definitely we're all there a lot. Now that school started up, my students can only work limited hours. So that leaves all the day side and all the prep to us, to the 4, which is not too bad because of the, if it would have been 7 or 8, we probably could have taken some days off. But, Christy and I, out of the 117 days of work, 116 now. With that schedule. So yeah, it's doable 100%, and you definitely slip into that routine, but there's definitely been some it plays on you. It's hard. Oh, yeah. You got to watch your not just your physical health, but your mental health, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All work and no play.
That's true. But you do have the light at the end of the tunnel because you guys can look at the end of October and go, okay, we can make it till the end.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that like terrifies me as well. You know what I mean? That's 4 months of our customers not eating our burgers, changing their habits, and finding new restaurants coming in, and people finding different routines. You know what I mean? Like we got to gain that back. And I know that our customer base loves us, and they're loyal to us. When I come back, they'll come buy our burgers. But that's a long time.
Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about burgers and cheese and keeping things simple. I hope you all are learning from and enjoying the podcast. If you are, please consider supporting us and helping us grow. There are links in the description to help show your support. Our Facebook group is called Food Truck Training, and I believe you will find it to be the best food truck group on all of Facebook. If you guys are looking for support, inspiration, or just have a question you need answered, our amazing membership has your back. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you all later.